this is Patrick, and welcome to some more Tesla news. Is full self-driving SFD still worth the price? Alright, today's the day that Elon said that full self-driving was going to go up from $12,000 to $15,000 on top of basic autopilot, which seems ridiculous. My first car cost less than that. Brand new. The first brand new car I bought. Wow. $15,000 for full self-driving. So I'm going to give you some tips on what that entails and how you can get it a lot cheaper. There is a subscription that you can do for $200 a month, $199 a month. And the cost difference between buying it outright and paying that subscription is about 75 and a half months before you've paid off the difference and you're saving money, supposedly. So that's 6.28 years. So I don't know, if you get like a 7 or 8 year note, it still works out to be a little bit cheaper to buy the full self-driving than it is to pay the subscription for the full self-driving. So you really got to think about that one. Is it worth it or not? It was before, but now, not really, unless, it really works, which right now, if you buy it, you get the ability to get into the full self-driving beta if you have a really good driving score. And when they push out a new update, which could be weeks, months, although supposedly the end of this week, there's going to be a new build and it's going to have a wide release, whatever that means. So it might be everybody that wants to can join the beta, possibly. Or everybody in the beta gets the new update. Something like that. It's not super clear. It's kind of vague. It sounds like anybody who buys full self-driving can get in on the beta by the end of the year. Elon keeps saying that they think they have this solved and it'll be done by the end of the year. In the full self-driving that I've tried, both in Model X and Model S and Model 3, it's pretty good. It's definitely, it gets you where you want to go, but it's got those weird edge cases that just you have to take over for. So it's not at the point where you can play video games, play on your phone, sleep in the back. I don't know if it's going to ever get to that point anytime soon. Possibly in several years that it'll be safer than a human, but I just don't know. Supposedly this next update's really good. We'll see. It's hard to say. And then you've got hardware version 3, the full self-driving hardware that's in all the current Teslas, and version 2.5s that got the upgraded board. So anything that has, the side cameras on the side, the hardware 2 suite or 2.5, or now become 3 with the full self-driving hardware card, is capable of doing the full self-driving, unless you have the MCU1. So like my first Model X, a red one, 2016, a December build, it had all the hardware, but the cameras aren't color, and it doesn't have the MCU2. So it's had full self-driving all these years, and it has the upgraded computer because they took it in to update the MCU1. That's the big, large computer in the center. But it doesn't have it can't get in on the beta. So hopefully Tesla enables that soon so people with the MCU1 can get the beta, or they upgrade people to MCU2, which they're already on MCU3, which is the Ryzen, the AMD PlayStation 4 equivalent. Do you pay the $2,000 to upgrade the MCU 1 to 2 when there's already a 3, which they say they're not going to do an update for? But are they still carrying the chips for the 2 if everything's already 3? And do you want to buy the SFD for $15,000? They say they're going to change any hardware that's needed to make it work. So maybe that means an MCU 2 or 3 upgrade. There is definitely going to be a full self-driving version 4, and that's going to be in the Cybertruck, which is coming out in the middle of next year. And rumor has it, maybe even this fall, or the builds that come out in December may already have hardware 4 for full self-driving. Thank you guys so much for watching and hearing my thoughts on the full self-driving. Oh, wait. this is the big news. If you stayed this long, this is the way to get full self-driving on the cheap. If you go and you check Tesla's website for pre-owned Teslas, used Teslas, or cpo-ev.com, they have all of them with full self-driving now. And I talked to Tesla about it, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't want to confuse customers, so they all come with SFD. So what does this mean? This means you can pick out like a Tesla Model 3, long range, and it can be under $50,000. Maybe even some Teslas out there with under $40,000 that have full self-driving, which at this point is half the price of the car. So the other cool thing is I traded in my wife's Model X for a new Model X refresh, and they gave us a really good deal. They actually considered the price of the full self-driving in with the trade compared to Vroom and Carvana and CarMax and all that. They were, like $10,000, $12,000 more as a trade-in for Tesla. So that's good. That means if you have SFD, they're actually Tesla is going to value it when trading in. And all these other sites, they give you something for it, but it's not like the full dollar amount. It's like half or less. A lot less. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Is it worth paying for? Is it worth doing the subscription? Do you think they're going to change the subscription? So it's going to be like $250 a month, $300 a month? $300 a month is like a car payment. So I don't know, man. Thanks for listening to my rant. You can please subscribe. I've got Rivian content coming out as well now. And yeah, there's just a lot of exciting stuff coming out soon. Hopefully AI Day we'll talk about the robot, right? Optimus. See you guys later. Thanks. Bye.